it's already the season 3 of ThinkSmarter. And thank you, everybody, because, like as we mentioned, we are continuing our efforts. Again, we're opening our invitation to everybody, lalo na yung mga nag-file ng candidacy in the local elections, lalo na particularly in Quito, Bulacan. Kasi as early as 2021, mga first quarter pa lang tayo when we were already interviewing our colleagues in the tourism sector. In-extend na natin. Kasi fortunately, we have friends from the COMELEC and then we asked them na parang, okay, as early as now, let's encourage people to register. So we ended last September, may konting extension noong October. Ngayon, ito na. So we are already what's so divided of so many choices. Pero I think it's good. I like how people are expressing themselves. Siguro lang you just have to be careful of each other's sentiments. Pero sabi nga nila, some of the sentiments, you have to also base consideration on facts. Um, but this is what exactly I've been telling or probably posting on my wall as well. Facts or truth is based on the facts that are made available to us. Kasi yun naman talaga ang basihan. Kasi meron tayong, hanggang dito lang yung nalalaman natin sa diskusyon tungkol sa mga kung sino nga ba yung tao, ano nga ba ang pagkakaugali. Some people may be fortunate or unfortunate that they may know personally the candidates, and we don't know. We don't know the entire character of that. Kasi ito lang naman yung nakikita natin kung ano yung kanilang public official records, yun yung na iaabot sa media, at lalo na yun yung pinapakita nila sa kanilang sariling mga social media platforms or even website. And that's how media works, di ba? Ngayon, it's really confusing at this point of time because some people would say, I am against this particular candidate. At meron tayong basihan probably in our history records. Pero we also know that history is written by victors. So, kung ano yung mga nangyayari sa bawat kanya-kanyang panahon, meron kasing impluensya yan na, na naganap noon. And it has a lot of considerations, a lot of personalities involved, access to media, access to wealth and machineries, that they can make some information hidden to the public, lalo na if it's going to destroy certain reputation of other people, lalo kung prominent personalities. So I guess what the social media and the internet is now doing, or it is actually an avenue where people can provide more information. Kaso ang problema nga, yung mga fake news. As early as now, or probably you have seen how my Facebook page is really advocating to a certain political figures. I am, again, trying to seek your understanding. Kasi at this time, what I really believe is that I should really be more active in campaigning for the people that I have chosen to support. Bakit? Kasi over the years, this is the type of or the amount of information that I got. And fortunately, I believe and I was fortunate enough to meet these people. Um, I have some projects, although it may not be holistic. Pero, I come from the industry of tourism. And as far as I have observed while I was with them, is their advocacy, their commitment, their probably the achievements that they went through. Na at this, when they filed their candidacy, I am already convinced that okay, at that certain level of event or point of time, I said okay, I will be considering them, and then it's almost a year, diba? It's already February. Ngayon, konting tumbling na lang election na. So, I wanted to vouch for these people as early as now kasi hindi naman sila nasa leading rank. So what I really believe is that if we have the opportunity now to say and advocate, probably the testimonials of these people and tell them, vote for these personalities or leaders because we believe na ito yung panahon para ikampanya na sila. Again, I have no strings attached. I am no in one way or the other being paid. To tell you, I give my advice, consultancy for free. And I'll be telling you naman if as early as now, if I am somehow influenced. Pero, well, there were times that we've been encouraged to become part. However, meron pa rin tayong certain limitations. We have to be practical, di ba? Alam mo, um, we have to focus on work. Lalo na whatever we have. I have a business as well that it's kind of stuff these days, and involving myself in the political machineries or communities as of this moment might be very challenging and stressful. So that's why I really salute all those people who are really actively involving themselves. But in this case, that is why I'm really using my platform to support certain personalities and candidates. And I am very grateful to everybody who have been sharing my content and probably putting more comments in my social media accounts. I am recording because as much as possible, we wanted to optimize our time and efforts. Sa totoo lang, mahirap po mag Facebook Live or YouTube Live kasi you always have to engage. And I feel uncomfortable of reading some a lot of comments. Pero hindi kasi ako talaga ganun sa shout out. But rest assured, whoever, and if there's an opportunity for me to acknowledge your presence or your engagement in my social media accounts, thank you so much. In one way or the other, kasi totoo lang, no, pag ako may namimit ako sa mga events, I was told that they're following me or they were fans of the particular page. I mean, it's not something that uh, sabihin ko, okay, I have this X number of followers. To tell you honestly, it's my accounts started because I was teaching. Diba? It was a portal for me na to separate my personal life and also my professional inclinations. So in this particular case, I wanted to really, as much as possible, protect my personal, information. Kasi alam mo na, data breach. Pero at least, sabi ko nga, no, at this time, dati parang meron pa akong alias. But now I really have to change it based on my name. Simply because I really have to own it. And I don't want to be really be a personality, but I wanted just to really extend myself in terms of my knowledge and information and to entertain you even kasi there are a lot of opportunities kaya lang as of this moment we are only limited because yan tulad yan lockdown limited tawag ito yung the manner on how we meet each other. Kasi yung mga physical events no unlike before bukas talaga no I was still part of the hotel administration and academe, community organizations, marami, di ba? I'm always out. Pero kasi this time, I really wanted to continuously engage. So, yun. Basically, that's, again, I'm doing this post because as early as now, I really just wanted to say hello and probably, I hope nobody got offended. Pero it's not really my intention. The intention of my post is really to encourage more people to be involved, to get more information. And then, if you really believe in somebody, kahit magkaiba tayo, just respect each other's space. And if ever that you have an argument, you could always try to send me a private message or DM. You could do a public comment as long as you put your sentiments in a way that it may not encourage others to ridicule me or anybody. Diba? Kasi it's always, let's try to find the correct words. I don't ask people to really like push themselves to be convinced, but I always encourage people to engage, to have more conversations. Kasi doon naman tayo talaga magkakaroon ng, ano, ng pagkakaunawa. Pag oras na masyado mong, meron tayong mga defense mechanism. So if we tend to aggravate or let's just say try to intimidate each other, I know and I'm very sure, oh, I could tell you, they could immediately shun you off. So I really suggest that let's make online more healthy. Let's make it more engaging. Saka kung ano naman, kanya-kanya tayong access. So use your own influence and contacts to encourage them to to support whatever you are taking. Lalo na pag ganyan mga business. So I really, huwag tayo dun sa usapan lang na kung personalities. Kasi alam mo, lalo na sa local leaders, sabi ko, ang diskusyonan natin, lagi na lang sa national level, nakaka-stress. Pero, gawin natin lokal. Um, I have respect to the current administration in our local government. However, I really wanted to en- challenge them, kasi some of them have been in the government for the longest time. Sabi nga na traditional politician. Pero kasi ako, sometimes I really wanted to weigh kung nasaan ba yung effectivity and competence ng tao. Kasi siguro it's a failed leadership if these people were not able to influence and encourage of fellow leaders as well. So it's a certain aspect. But politics is really tough. Ngayon lang, some people, they wanted, and politicians are now using their social media platforms. Diba? They can do boasting, they could do ads. Pero parang ang dami ng, ng game shows. I have nothing against it. Kasi it's also kind of, it's a good engagement activity, pero sana dagdagan pa yung level of commitment, lalo na a lot of people are now looking for ways to revive the economy, to to, to seek certain access to healthcare, education, livelihood and business. Ang dami-daming mga kaibigan ko na nawalan ng trabaho at marami ding challenges sa negosyo. Ako, mahirap pagsabayin ang personal, lalo na ang you're working at the same time you handle business. You cannot really spread yourself too thinly, as they say. But we always have to find ways on how to be more productive and be able to support our families and probably our communities and how we could reach out. So instead na nagkakasiraan tayo, we try to hurt each other's feelings, let's just engage each other in a way. Ako nga, I would encourage more people to do online meetings. Actually, kaganoon, chikahan, di ba? So, just because of that. Okay? So, again, thank you, everybody. So, I'm really, really encouraging everybody to go online. Tingnan nyo po yung listahan ng COMELEC. Ako, dito sa page natin, thank you to the Giginto COMELEC office kasi nakakuha ako ng kopya ng lahat ng mga final na leaders. Tapos isa-isahin nyo, wag po kayo tumingin sa mga posters, wag kayong tumingin sa mga online ads. Kasi unless targeted kayo at merong enough na budget ng candidate, makikita nyo yun. Pero total may listahan na kayo, tingnan nyo ngayon yung bawat social media pages ng mga leaders na to and observe how are they doing. Lalo na what have they been doing during the pandemic. Ngayon, kung may available, kasi syempre, sabihin nyo, okay, everybody's like challenge. No, look at, alam yung mga incumbent, no? Tingnan nyo kung paano sila nabuhay before this pandemic. And then ask. I always wanted to ask, what are your projects? How can you help our community? Kasi yung national level, buong na yan eh. It's the macroeconomics. Pero if you wanted to really like ask them, how can it help your neighbors, your communities, and even the way, kasi yung transportation na lang, di ba? Commuting, ngayon, ang dami-daming mga protocols. So, ask them how can they support you. If you're living in Giginto, particularly in Bulacan, and you are working in Makati, Manila, how sure and how supportive and do they acknowledge that? Siyempre, yung transportation, not everybody has the means of having a private transportation. So, di ba, kailangan meron silang plano. Naghahatid ba sila? Ano bang service? Shuttles? Ganun. It doesn't need to be the president at this level. Kailangan we have to hold them accountable kahit sa simula pa lang. Yung SK na yan, sabi nga, di ba, naging sensation yung mandatory military training. Pero if you're going to weigh that particular remarks, you also have to understand na baka nga naman, kailangan na rin mag-step up ng sanggunian ng kabataan wherein they would encourage more youth volunteerism to certain causes and activities that's just as climate change, kapaano yun sa communities na, di ba? The proper waste segregation, recycling, how are they now doing? Are they good examples for online learning? Diba? Siyempre, yung mga SK, kailangan as early as now, they also show support and representation of the youth. While they should be appealing to certain state-owned colleges or universities, paano nga ba ma-improve yung attendance? Have they exerted certain activities or grants? Diba? Yung mga councilors natin, board members. Yung in the province, aside from the House of Representatives, meron pa kaming board member. So, they should also be taking into consideration yung framework, diba, on how the organization is functioning so that when we ask for certain benefits, actually even na lang yung ano natin basic rights, 'di ba? Nakita natin 'yan lalo na naghahanap tayo ng mga ayuda. So you could really see how responsive they are. So again, guys, this is the point where we have to really move. I hope that you have gathered a lot of information already. Then convince people na please, huwag na tayo sa traditional politicians ha. Yung mga simula kabataan hanggang magpagtanda nila, nandyan na sila. Again, you could look into the achievements, hindi naman kailangan na, I mean, if they have grown from their ranks, diba? That's acceptable. Kasi ibig sabihin, no, they just really have the full intention to understand yung mga certain protocols. Ngayon, kailangan lang natin talaga na yung mga ilang terms na, di ba? I hope everybody, so please, ano, I have nothing against our leaders. If you feel that you wanted to run, again, this is a free and democratic country. This is just my own opinion. We may argue. You can prove me wrong. Some people may agree with me. That is okay. Because at the end of the day, our objective here is really to help our country, our own town and province. Diba? So again, guys, always think smarter. So every Wednesdays, we will be scheduling interviews. Again, I'm opening this platform to anybody, everybody who has filed their candidacy, and I have no charge. Diba? Siyempre, ito na yung responsibility and advocacy natin. Maraming salamat.